We're at that point in the show. It's finally time for everybody's favorite part. You already know. It is time for the picks. Try to turn it. I can barely hear it. All right. That's probably good. I don't know. Hopefully that's good. Hopefully it's not too loud. So, last week, I actually managed to pull off the win. I had 9 wins. Got 9 right. Seth had just 7. And we're actually tied in the regular season record on the picks. Somehow. I don't know how that happened, but it is what it is. So, to get things started here, let's just jump right into it. Thursday Night Football, the Cowboys taking on the G-Men. Seth is taking the Cowboys. I'll take the Cowboys, but purely from a talent standpoint, it's ugly. That game is going to be so bad. I am not looking forward to it. It's going to be bad either way. It's not going to be a close, high-scoring game. It's not going to be a shootout. It's going to be either low-scoring garbage or it's going to be Cowboys blowing out the Giants. So, there's basically no scenario where anybody has any fun. So, yeah, I'll take the Cowboys. Ugly game. Not looking forward to it. Saints at the Falcons. Seth is taking the Saints in this one. I'm going to take the Birds. I think the Saints got humbled last week, and I think the Falcons had one stolen from under them. There were chances for them to win that game. Don't get me wrong, but I do think the Falcons are actually a really solid team, and the Saints, to me, feel a little fluky, especially with that win or that loss they just had against the Eagles. I think reality is going to have a say. Give me the Birds of Prey from Atlanta, the Falcons. The Bengals visiting Carolina, taking on the Panthers. Seth is taking the Bengals. I mean, there's no way, right? This has to be a Bengals win, right? I mean, it has to be. There's no way the Bengals lose this game. Now, if Andy Dalton is still quarterback, it could be interesting. I'm just saying it could be a lot closer than Bengals fans really want to admit, because the Bengals do not look good on defense, and Andy Dalton looked very good against the Raiders last week. But I guess, again, it's sort of a talent thing. I think that the Bengals are just too talented. I think they will pull off the win here and finally get themselves into the win column, albeit 1-3. So give me the Bengals to get the win. Rams at the Bears. Seth is taking the Rams. Man, this is tough. This is really, really tough. I'm going to go with the Bears. I think this will be the game that Caleb Williams finally gets it right. The injuries for the Rams are very high, although they are incredibly well coached. I do think that the Bears finally... Well, they're going to have to get it right at some point. I guess if they lose this game, then I think you got to really talk about Eberflus's job, because at that point, it's just getting ridiculous. It's just like, why are you even here, Matt Eberflus? What exactly is it that you do here, sir? That would be the question I would have. So, yeah, give me the Bears to get the win here. Vikings at the Packers. Seth is taking the Vikings to get the win here. I think the Pack is going to throw a little bit of reality at the Minnesota Vikings. So give me the Pack to get the win here. They basically always seem to beat the Vikings, at least in my experience. It seems that way. I think that Sam Darnold will kind of snap back to reality at some point. So give me the Pack to get the win. Jags at the Texans. Seth is taking the Texans. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree here. The Jags are just terrible. Trevor Lawrence is awful. Doug Peterson probably is going to be without a job very soon. I don't know what's going on in Jacksonville. It's a complete mess. They just don't really have the talent. They don't have the quarterback. And Houston, for as kind of rough as they have been, I do think that they have both of those. So I think they're going to get the win here. And I think it's going to be a get-right game for Houston after a rough loss to Minnesota this week. Steelers visiting the Colts in what I have described as the ugliest game of football you will ever see. Steelers is the pick for Seth. I don't know who to pick. This is so awful. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I think Anthony Richardson is not that good. He will air the ball out, and he will take a lot of risks. But the problem with Anthony Richardson is he can't do the little things. He can do some of the big things sometimes, but largely he cannot do the little things, and that is what is going to be the difference in this kind of game. Steelers are well coached. Justin Fields has looked solid, and the defense has looked stellar, as it always does with the Steelers. So I think they're going to win this game. I think it's going to be ugly. I feel bad for anybody who's going to be watching this game. So give me the Steelers. Good win. Broncos at the Jets. This is my hatred matchup. I hate both of these teams. Seth is taking the Jets, though. Yeah, I'll take the Jets as well. I think Bo Nix had his little fake win. I don't know how he beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't even hate Bo Nix. I mostly hate Sean Payton. But oh gosh, this is really like a lose-lose for me, because it's like I gotta either watch Aaron Rodgers get a fake ass win against a terrible team like he did against the Patriots, or I gotta watch Sean Payton be successful. I don't like either of those options, so I guess I'll just choose death, but ultimately I'll go with Seth and I'll take the Jets as well. Eagles at the Buccaneers. Seth is taking the Eagles. I'm gonna take the Bucks. The Eagles just look out of sorts. Sirianni's just a cartoon character at this point. I don't know what Nick Sirianni even does. I feel like I've said this phrase a million times. What exactly is it that you do here, Nick Sirianni? They very well could have lost that game against the Saints there, and really set their season behind in catastrophic ways. The Bucks, terrible loss. I think they're going to bounce back. I think Baker is going to bounce back, get the win. This is going to be a playoff rematch in the wild card, and I think the Bucks are going to get the better of it. So give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Commanders at the Cardinals. This is actually an interesting game to me. Let's see what Seth is going with. He's going with the Cardinals to win this game. This I think, yeah, I'll go with the Cardinals as well. I think this is a bounce back game for them, offensively especially. The Commanders' defense is not nearly as good as the Lions' defense is, so I think they're going to get a lot more Kyler Murray throwing the ball. You know, if you look at the anomaly in terms of the performances, the Lions game certainly could have been the anomaly for Kyler Murray. I think he gets a bounce back. He's going to be back at home. Hopefully a lot more hometown fans for him, because the Lions fans took over. I don't know how many Commanders fans there are in Arizona, but probably not as many Lions fans. But either way, give me the Cardinals get the win here. Patriots at the 49ers. Seth is taking the 49ers. I am going to concur. I feel like we've concurred on like most of these. I guess that's usually how it goes. Yeah, I mean, the 49ers are just too talented. I don't know what the plan is with New England and Drake May. I don't know why they don't just play him. I don't see what the point of him sitting behind Jacoby Brissett is, especially from a viewer standpoint. I would like to see your first-round quarterback play. At least with Minnesota, the only reason we're not seeing JJ play is because his leg fell off. So, yeah, give me the 49ers get the win. I just don't like the Patriots. They're just not good from a talent standpoint. They're a decently well-coached team, to be fair to Rod Mayo, but I don't think they're good enough to win this game. So, yeah, give me the 49ers. And a bounce back game for them. Chiefs at the Chargers. Seth is taking his Chargers. He believes. One problem, Seth. I do not believe. Yeah, Chiefs are going to win this game. Their defense is too good. They are they're just going to suffocate the Chargers. I don't know if Justin Herbert is going to be playing. I don't know if he's going to be healthy. And even if he is, I don't think that the Chargers are going to let him score a lot of points. Chargers are in a bit of a rebuild. They're trying to sort of restart that roster around Justin Herbert, who could be a good quarterback. Problem is he keeps getting hurt. And eventually it might just be kind of who he is. But either way, regardless of any of that, I do think the Chiefs are just a better team. The defense is just too good, and their offense is too clutch when they need it. So give me the Chiefs to get the win. Browns at the Raiders. This is a nightmare game. Wow. I am not looking forward to having any... I'm not going to watch this game, but if it is on, I will be very sad. Seth is taking the Browns to win this. Yeah, I'll take the Browns. I'm not going to elaborate. I don't. These two teams stink. I wish this game would just go away. Bills at the Ravens on Sunday night. Oh, Sunday night. This is a really good matchup. I think this is going to be an absolutely really good game. Seth is taking the Bills. I am going to agree, but I do think this is going to be a very high-scoring game. It's two teams of quarterbacks that love to run, love to make plays on their own, love to make plays on their feet. I think it's going to be a great game, probably game of the week. So I'll take the Bills, though, to get the win on the road. They're looking like potential Super Bowl contenders in the AFC, but not the first time we said that. So, yeah, give me the Bills to get the win. Titans at the Dolphins on Monday night. Seth is taking the Fins to get the win. This is a very I don't think they anticipated this game looking this way when it started. The Titans look absolutely lost. Will Levis stinks. But the problem is Skylar Thompson got hurt, and Tim Boyle, I know him quite well, former Lion, he also stinks. So this is just going to be an awful, awful game. But I think the talent will bail out Miami, so I'll take the Dolphins to get the win here. And finally, Monday Night Football, prime time, ESPN. Seth's taking the Lions over the Seahawks. And I will agree. Lions, Seahawks, I'm taking Detroit. I'm obviously biased. That goes without saying. But I think Detroit is just looking. They've had this game circled for a very long time. I think this is finally this. This will be the year that Detroit finally beats Seattle. I do think this is the case. Detroit's dealing with a lot of injuries. However, Seattle, I don't think they're really dealing with too many injuries, at least as far as I'm aware. I'm sure they are. But they also haven't really been all that tested as of late. This is going to be their toughest game yet. Another chance for a revenge game for Detroit. I feel like I've been saying this for like 4 years. For Detroit to get revenge on the Seattle Seahawks. I think they finally get it done. I think they're ready. They're raring. Their defense is way better than it was last year, and I think they're going to contain Geno Smith. It might be a low-scoring game. This might be the game where the offense finally gets it going. I'm not really sure. With no Sam Laporta, it's going to be difficult, but I do think that the Lions come away with the win. It will be probably very stressful, but give me Detroit to get the win. So rounding it out, here we go. Cowboys, Giants, we are both taking the Cowboys. Saints, Falcons, Seth is taking the Saints. I am taking the Falcons. Bengals, Panthers, we are both taking the Bengals. Rams, Bears, Seth is taking the Rams. I am taking the Bears. Vikings, Packers, Seth is taking the Vikings. I am taking the Pack. Jaguars, Texans, we are both taking the Texans. Steelers, Colts, we are both taking the Steelers. Broncos, Jets, we are both taking the Jets. Eagles, Buccaneers, Seth is taking the Eagles. I am taking the Buccaneers. Commanders, Cardinals, we are both taking the Cardinals. Patriots, 49ers, we're both taking the 49ers. Chiefs, Chargers, Seth is taking the Chargers. I am taking the Chiefs. Browns, Raiders, we are both taking the Browns. Bills, Ravens, we're both taking the Bills. Titans, Dolphins, we are both taking the Dolphins. And Seahawks, Lions, we are both taking the Lions. And those are your Week 4 picks. Hi, it's me again. If you enjoyed what you just saw, hit the like and subscribe button. We do live shows every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there.